Every February in this country, we put a special focus on celebrating the achievements and the potential of the Black community. It's in the spirit that New York City radio stations, WBLS and HOT 97, they present Black History 360, offering a 360-degree look at the impact of Black greatness on world history and culture. Also in the Big Apple, the Brotherhood Sister Sol Organization continues with its mission of empowering Black and Latinx youth to build the futures they want to see. Here to tell us about both amazing projects and much more is Rahsan Lindsay. He is the CEO of Mediaco Holding, as well as the co-chair of the board of directors for Brotherhood Sister Sol. Rahsan, my brother, so good to see you. Thank you so much for doing the show. Talk to me about the Black History 360 project. Where can, it's a blessing, brother. Where can we find it, and what kind of content does the Black History 360 offer?
So the idea behind Black History 360 was that we wanted to give people a well-rounded approach to thinking about Black history. So not just the past, but also the present, thinking about how it affects culture currently, how it affects our community currently, and then looking to the future. So 360 is meant to be those four pillars: history, culture, community, and future. On hot97.com as well as WBLS.com, we have content that's been running throughout the month that showcases individuals who are working in different spaces, artists, politicians, and that help, kind of solidify those ideas, help us bring to life, what we mean by culture, what we mean by community, and what the different works that people are doing. So we just wanted it to feel more like just a look back. We wanted it to be, thinking about what's happening right now, as well as thinking about the future.
Now, Hot 97 and WBLS are part of Mediaco Holding, of which you are the CEO. Talk to me about the importance of Black representation, Black ownership in media, but especially Black spaces.
Well, I got to tell you, I think, you hear a lot about Black ownership, but I don't necessarily know that people always know what that means. Ownership doesn't necessarily mean it is your company. Ownership is having, some type of ownership in the company, so equity in the company. You'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be, how many people turn down equity because they want cash, but they don't realize that equity represents ownership. And representation, I really feel like sometimes we don't even look at representation as broadly as we should. So it's become, I think, somewhat clear to most people that if you're creating content and you're in the media and you're representing Black culture, Latinx culture, that you should have people in the room who understand that culture, et cetera, and can help reflect it and represent it properly. But the truth is, Black culture and Latinx culture is so much a part of American culture that if you had a show that was all white people and you had no Black or Latinx writers on that show, you still wouldn't properly reflect culture necessarily. So when you think about representation isn't just about making sure there are people of color in the room to represent people of color. It's making sure that there are people of color in the room to represent everybody, because most of us are not monolithic. And I think of some of my friends, hip hop heads happen to be white. I mean, they're not listening to Bon Jovi, right? We can get be about Wu-Tang and versus today's music. So I think that's important now, because sometimes people can use representation to still sort of work in exclusion. So we only get to represent in rooms or with content that Black people or Latinx people or Asian people are actually in, and not necessarily in other rooms. And it's really important that inclusion is a 360 idea.
No, that's a really interesting point. We see that across media platforms, whether it's at the board level, whether it's at the production level, or in front of the camera, is that there's a way that whiteness and white ideas and white leadership is universal and Blackness is particular. So a white guy can EP a rap project, but a Black guy or a Black woman can't necessarily EP a rock and roll or country music project, right? If a film has Black folk in it, it's a Black film if the stars are Black, whereas a white film can be seen as a universal family film or a holiday film. It's as if we don't have the ability to transcend Blackness. Now, I'm not saying we should leave Blackness, but we certainly have the ability to contribute ideas and logic and leadership in areas that don't directly represent or directly speak to an exclusively Black audience. And the crazy thing is, even when we're not in the room, our ideas make it into the room. We just don't get credit for it. And that's why I think it's really important that Mediaco is doing such interesting stuff. Yeah. So my question for you would be like, how does Mediaco hope to contribute to the representation of Black experiences and Black culture, not just in the States, but globally, not just in Black communities, but across the board?
So first of all, I think it's important that we understand that we at times we can help create culture, but mostly what we're doing is we're reflecting it. And if we're not actually diligent and responsible about what it is we're reflecting, having conversations, even if they're difficult conversations, making sure that we aren't, Hot 97 and WBLS are New York-based radio stations that have pretty substantial digital footprints, and Hot 97 is absolutely a global brand. But if everything we represent is just New York, then we're not being inclusive enough either. So we have to make sure that we're representing regions, representing different spans of age groups. We have to make sure that we're representing different cultures and ethnicities. And so at the end of the day, for Mediaco to really do its best, it's really us being on the community. It's us looking at, seeing kind of things that are bubbling up, reflecting it. It also means that sometimes we'll play a record, or we'll talk to someone, and that person may not be relevant in 2 years. That's okay too. It's important that we are making sure that we're sort of dipping our toe in a lot of different places, because at the end of the day, if we're a reflection of culture and we're not necessarily creating it ourselves, then we need to take as kind of broad a purview as we possibly can to make sure, as much as we can, that we're not missing something. I don't think we can get everything, but the more we try to be inclusive, the more we try to make sure we're not just thinking New York centric, we're not just thinking maybe music centric when we think about hip hop culture, because culture is a lot more than just music, then I think we'll do a good job. And it's an everyday thing. There's not a magic bullet. We have to be really thoughtful about it. We have to think about who's in the room, who's able to contribute, making sure that it's, gender balanced and what have you. So, those things that's what we do every day. And it's something that we have to be, keenly aware of, and we have to do it deliberately, right? We have to make a conscious choice to do it, because quite often, if we just kind of go about our business or do what we know, we take the easy route, then things don't end up being reflective, and we don't end up being as inclusive as we'd like to be.
Man, Rahsan, I'm so grateful for the work that you do. I know you're also on the board of directors for the Brotherhood Soul project, and I'm very, very excited at the leadership. Yes, and Sister excuse me, thank you. And the work that you do is so important there. The leadership you provide, the community engagement that you offer is great, and I encourage everyone to check out that work that you're doing. And I just want to thank you for joining me on Black News tonight. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and as we are in Black History Month, it's very easy to only think about Black history as a thing that has happened, but people like you, my brother, are making Black history every single day as you advance the culture of our people and you empower our community. So thank you.